together with the Creator. This is the victory of true parent. This is the victory also the Creator. And in the divine principle, the divine principle explains the value of this substantial Trinity this way. Please read.
Here God, finally becoming our parent, draws near and abides within his perfected children and rests peacefully for eternity.
Let's rest peacefully for eternity. 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 That's why this means the Creator used their image and bodies eternally. Eternally. They don't change. God won't change. Right.
The object partner to God's eternal love is the center of goodness, where God can be stimulated with joy for eternity.
By dwelling in them, God could be stimulated with joy for eternity. Please read.
This is the center of truth and the center of the original mind, which guides us to pursue the purpose of creation.
This is important. Okay, this is the center of truth and the center of the original mind, which guides us to pursue the purpose of, what is the purpose of creation? What was the purpose of creation? That means for, father and mother, mother became perfect in her own engaging directly with God. Father through Jesus. In us, now this is a determined fact. God is in them. So for us to become, reach individual perfection, we need to be one with this center. And actually, that's exactly what Father said and Mother said. Please read.
You cannot find in your mind the origin of the unity of mind and body. Firstly, your mind needs to be in the object position to Christ.
This is Father's experience, own experience. Now, he is standing on behalf of Jesus, and we have only begotten daughter. That's why for you to be perfect, for us to be perfect, we need to be one with true parents. Go ahead.
Where you are absolutely one with true parent is the place where your mind and body become one.
Who can say this? She's basically saying, if you are one with me, you become perfect. Right? Maybe you might have questions, but you need to practice and find out how grateful it is. Human fall create two ramifications. If you ask, what are those two? Please discuss. Share your ideas. I mentioned yesterday, I guess, two ramifications of the fall of Adam and Eve.
Consequence of an event, or action or event, especially the complex or unknown, and then also non.
What are the two consequences?
Like ants, they can tell when the temperature is coming. And this looks how it rains too late.
Essentially, we're not,
Five differences.
they're seasons, they're
Okay, so you don't need a lot of time for this. Anybody want to share two ramifications from the fall of Adam and Eve?
Yeah, sure.
Anyone? Okay, go ahead.
We lost direct dominion, like kind of aspect of like the sensitivity, like when you compare humans to animals these days, animals are much more sensitive to like, I don't know, we use the example, like, when it's about to rain, like, usually we can't tell when it's gonna rain, but like small creatures like, like ants, they can tell it's gonna rain, they prepare, but we're like very dull to our senses.
Okay, so the one ramification is to have lost that kind of sensitivity. So I said 2 ramifications.
Yeah.
This is one of that. Okay.
And the second one is we lost direct dominion of God's love.
Okay. Oh yeah, true. But basically, okay. Let's listen to other group.
I got one. That God's dream wasn't able to be realized. He couldn't embody Adam and Eve, so he wasn't able to become a heavenly parent.
So what was the ramifications you said?
God's dream could not be.
Okay. All right.
Oh, we've fallen under Satan's lineage.
Huh?
We've fallen under Satan's lineage.
Could you?
We've fallen under Satan's lineage.
So fallen lineage. Okay.
Oh, well, they kind of said a couple of ours. So one was Satan is now our parent. God cannot become like the heavenly parent. We can't like, I guess, communicate or listen clearly with our heavenly parent.
Okay. All right. So this group.
He basically said what they said. God's dream was not established. Oh yeah, we were in Satan's lineage. So that's it. Yeah.
Okay. So actually, my question maybe it was not accurate. But you can find answers in the Divine Principle, chapter 2, section 4. 2 ramifications. When I talk about 2 ramifications, I imply we need to restore. We need to indemnify those 2. In that sense, first one is fallen nature. Fallen nature. And second one, if only if fell, and Adam reached individual perfection, no problem. But Adam and Eve fell. What was the outcome? The fall of Adam and Eve. They made lineage. Right? So, fallen nature, through konmyeonjeon, through resonance of heart, in a bad way. Or actually, Father said, Eve fell with Lucifer. According to Father, this is not my idea. Father said they had relations for more than 8 weeks. So through that period, they're always together. Their mind became together, closer. Through resonance of heart, Satan's self-centered fallen nature totally affected, had an impact on Eve's nature. And then they created blood lineage. So human descendants came to have 2 things. One, original sin. What is original sin? Original sin is because they were born under Adam and Eve's lineage, they have already the condition to be accused, oh, this is mine. Satan can claim, oh, this is my son, my daughter. So original sin is about status, not your nature, not fallen nature, status. Plus, we have 4 characteristics of fallen. Do you remember 4 characteristics of fallen nature in the Divine Principle? Anybody can tell? Huh? What?
Failure to see from God's viewpoint.
Living in a
strong position.
multiplying evil.
Okay. So to remove the fallen nature, the conditions to remove fallen nature are huh? You have a microphone, so please.
Multiply goodness.
Well, that's the last one. First one?
See from God's viewpoint.
Okay, and?
Maintain more power. Don't reverse dominion.
Okay, so
Multiply goodness.
okay, okay. The thing is, you can do that, but that's doing that won't lead you to the perfection. That is like during the lecture, you just fight against your sleepiness, right? How can you reach the perfection? What did I say yesterday? Yeah, focus on the lecture, but that's the analogy, right? But in reality, in case of Adam and Eve,
To be one in heart with God.
yes, to be one with the Creator in heart, so that the divine nature can, through the resonance of heart, dwell in you, and you can complete it as the originator of creation. So as the outcome, God came to assume our body, and we could reach the individual perfection. So this is the outcome, but even we remove this, that doesn't mean we reach the individual perfection. We need to be one with God, right? But anyhow, so this is two ramifications. That's why Jesus said we need to be reborn. By the way, I am the first gen. We joined the blessing. Blessing means, after I'm going to talk about later here, but changing the lineage. And I always challenge the first gen. Are you saved? And they usually 100% tend to think, oh, I still have fallen nature. I cannot say I'm saved. This just regard to the status only. This is like a passport. To change the status and to change the passport from the bad country to a good country. Your nature is still the same. Okay? So this is the external condition. But more important thing is this one. I'm going to talk about this later. So we need to remove these two. For second J's case, you don't have this. Right? Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes. Please say yes.
Yes.
But you have to tackle, fight against this. Jesus came as the only begotten Son, and he became victorious only begotten Son. What does it mean? Yes. Now you're clear. I'm so happy. Not okay. Jesus was born because of his, those providence of, those two providence before he was born. So he could be born as the only begotten Son, like Adam before he fell. But Jesus became victorious only begotten Son. He reached the individual perfection despite of the persecutions, neglect, and all kinds of difficulties from his family, friends, and environment. Jesus did it, and he completed original nature of creation. But so he fulfilled the purpose of creation. He did it. But to be married or not is not his responsibility. Of course, he's involved, but with the help of parents, Mary, Zechariah, as you read yesterday, all kinds of conditions must be involved. So he fulfilled his responsibilities, but he couldn't become the parent, the whole humanity. But that is not his responsibility. Of course, he must be involved, but strictly speaking, he fulfilled his own portion of responsibility. We must be clear on that. He was but crucified, and with the Holy Spirit, he became spiritual parent. He couldn't establish blood lineage. That's why even Christian has this kind of ceremony. The fact, since Jesus couldn't establish true lineage, they still remain as fallen people. This is what we have understood as of now. But now, Mother emphasized the victory of Jesus. I would like to emphasize this point. How? Let me just skip this. Sola fide means Latin. This means faith in Jesus. Only faith in Jesus means if you are one with Jesus. Please read.
Believing in Jesus is to become one with Jesus.
You know, I was reading the Bible when I was a high school student. I joined the church when I was 18. But when I joined the church and I read this sentence, I didn't understand. I understand the logic. But I didn't know the meaning of it. Believing Jesus to become one with Jesus. You know, third rank Christian, they believe in Jesus so that they go to heaven. But true Christian knows what it means. And mother is looking for those true Christians. What does it mean? Now you learn through komyeonjong, through resonance of heart. If you become one with Jesus, like Father experienced, you could restore original nature of creation. That's why you can find wonderful Christian pastors, wonderful Christians. Why? Because they became one with Jesus. They could restore original nature of creation. But this is like that. You know, this this one person became really wonderful person, becoming one with Jesus, restoring original nature of creation. But he is still living in the bad country, and he has still had a bad passport of that bad country because he couldn't change his status. Okay? So as of now, our church members, first gen, we thought, oh, Jesus failed. So Jesus couldn't establish the lineage. So even they went through these ceremonies, they still have originality. That's true. But like Father experienced, if you are one with Jesus, you should be able to restore original nature of creation. This is the victory of Jesus. And actually, original text of the principle, which was published in 1952, says this. Please read.
It was God's purpose to atone for the sin through Jesus Christ, who became one with his own body and through the Holy Spirit. Subsequently, God sought to dwell in the hearts of each individual.
So God wanted to dwell in each one of us who are one with Jesus. See, that means we could complete the original nature of creation. But not fully. Even you reach the original nature of creation, completed, you still have the passport of bad nation. So even you become a good guy, godly, Christ-like people, still Satan can say, oh, this is mine. This is my sons and daughters. That is the situation of Christians. Father and mother reach individual perfection. Case of father through Jesus, being one with Jesus. Mother through her own growing period. And became true parents and established lineage and provide this ceremony. Your parents, the first gen, went through this. So I always said, if you receive the blessing as a first gen, you are saved. Now you have a passport of good nation, the heaven. You're saved. That's why Mother said, this is the ceremony of reborn, to be born again. But that's not the end of the story. We have to go through, we have to, resolve this problem. Mother said, please read.
In the era of true parents, you need to be focused only on true parents and grow up beautifully.
That's why we also become attendants to true parents, means be one with true parents so that we can restore original nature of creation. You are most over here second gen. Second gen. So you don't have to worry about this. But if you're not concerned about this, you will dry out. Like a engrafting branch will be dried out and die. you have to be totally sticking to repentance. And then you reach the individual perfection. Okay, let's talk about, so in this sense, that's why mother really wants to talk with true Christians who must be able to know the value of the only begotten daughter. Okay, please read.
When any existence become one in love, they exchange elements with each other.
You can find this sentence when it comes to the fall of Lucifer and Eve. 공명정, resonance in heart, took place between them in a bad way. This is what Father said, 공명정, resonance in heart. So through archangel, human beings received fallen nature, and they created Satan's lineage, which means original sin. We have to get out of here. First, before that, God, divine nature, has been embodied by true parent as the original nature of creation. So we have to go from here to there. Blessing for the first gen. For the second gen to be born at the second gen. So we are all here. But if you don't make any effort, you will dry out, die here. You have to be connected. You have to be focused on the lecture itself. Right? That is to inherit the original nature of creation. How you can do it? Be attending to true parents. Means be one with true parents. Eve became one with Lucifer. We have to become one with true parents. So this is so-called salvation and perfection. All of us here have to be focused on here. You know, Mother said, be one with me. Don't think that's the method to become successful with witnessing activities. No, for us to be one with God, they are the way, the life and truth. Through them, we can become perfect. Jesus said, please read.
Anyone who loves their father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Anyone who loves their son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
No other religion say this because they don't have the only begotten son. We have only begotten daughter, plus true parents. That's why she says this, please.
In the era of true parents, you need to be focused only on true parents and grow up beautifully.
All right. So I continue my lecture. I have still time, but please share what you learned, what you think as of now with your group. Okay?
Yeah, that's amazing.
But it doesn't change the volume. Changing your pattern doesn't change so much. It just changes who you belong
Or I was the ice. Banging, even one eye.
Still taking your opinion as spiritual.
Yeah.
It's interesting that, yeah, like all the scriptures become one. We don't have to
Say, say there are saves.
Spiritual name.
It's not that they're wrong.
I really like how we talk about perfection, you know? Makes more sense than everyone's like perfectionists, you know?
It was hard to go from there.
How do you become one with your parents?
How do you, what?
How do you become one with your parents?
Okay. I'm going to explain that.
Oh, but was it the pleasure like you did?
Okay. All right. So, I said I'm going to explain, but I won't. I'm going to explain why. So God, invisible creator, wanted to have life through human beings. And Adam and Eve fell. And Jesus, he reached individual perfection. He said, he who has seen me has seen the Father. God, for the first time, appeared as the Heavenly Father through Jesus. Then, now he has image, right? So his true disciples, like Paul, who really become one with Jesus. And then, through Jesus, God came to dwell in him with his image, with the image of Jesus. That's why Paul, what did he confess? Christ lives in me. How about us? True parents said, what did he say? Please read.
Seeing true parents means seeing heavenly parents.
So if you are one with true parents, what you should be able to say? Yes. Then, you know, I was asked, how can we become one with true parents?
Reading their words.
You know, I this question every time. Okay? Let's go back to the time Adam and Eve. And what mother said yesterday, I'm going to repeat. God gave Adam and Eve a special responsibility. That is to become one with the Creator so that they can reach the individual perfection. Right? I'm going to explain a little bit more detail. Give them special responsibility to become one with the Creator in heart so that the divine nature, they can divine nature dwell in them, or God dwell in them, and they can complete the original nature of creation. And then mind and body unity you can expect. So this is the responsibility of Adam and Eve. I repeat, God gave Adam and Eve special responsibility, which is to be one with the Creator. Okay? That's been said. If you are Adam and Eve, you are Adam and Eve. Now I am a God, and I said, I gave you responsibility to be one with me. Then, what did you ask to me? What did you ask?
How do we
Become one. What did I say? That's your responsibility. That's your responsibility. You understand?
No.
Those who understood.
So we have to figure it out ourselves.
Okay.
I was going to say what you just said.
Oh, please repeat.
It's our responsibility to find out and
Yes.
discover ourselves.
That's your responsibility. That's your responsibility. And I can, explain through my experience. No, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but, for example, do hundoke, do konbei, do prayers, join prayer vigil. All kinds of methods, you can mention that. But that's not the point. Think as your own responsibility. Find a way, because each one of us is different. That's why mother, when she says, God gave you the responsibility, Adam and Eve, responsibility to be one with God, but they fail. And for her, that's enough. But for us, we think, oh, then how, right? How? And I said, that's your responsibility. And the interesting thing is, one time this happened. I said, this is a responsibility. And then she talked to me back. Then how can I do it? And I said, that's your responsibility. And then she asked me again. Okay? But that's, yeah, understandable. But that's true. We tend to think that way. But mother doesn't think that way. And she expects we got it. All right? So, mother, fulfilling her own responsibility, became one with God. As I said, you remember I said she didn't participate blessing to the education workshop before 1960. Why? That's nothing, because she could become one with invisible creator in heart. She can do anything. She can be one with anybody else. Okay? So, to fulfill our own responsibility, which is establish a vertical relationship with God, is the very responsibility of each one of us. Then, God's divine nature will be settled in us, like original nature of creation, like happened in true parents. Okay, this is a diagram now. Diagram, the first page of the chapter section, part 2 of the divine principle. This symbolizes the whole course of the restoration. Okay, realm in direct dominion. This is the so-called time of the blessing for the first gen. After that, we need to be one with true parents. During this period, we are supposed to become absolute faith, absolute love, absolute obedience, be one with true parents. Then, this is the direct dominion, right? Can you read?
Completion of the purpose of creation. Completion of the original nature of creation. The Creator dwells in human beings. Individual perfection.
Now, this, we've heard this many times, right? Now I'm going to share a new terminology. But actually, you can find this in the divine principle, which is, so please read together. 시작.
Absolute autonomy.
Again.
Absolute autonomy.
One more time.
Absolute autonomy.
Why this status or level can become absolute autonomy? Simple. Okay, you try to be one with true parents and reach individual perfection. Then what happened? God is within you. You have always the inner voice, perfect inner voice, perfect standard. You just follow it. Right? Family Federation is the only religion, as far as I know, which mention these two edges of one spectrum, the faith. This seems contradictory. No. Once God dwells in you, just follow your inner voice. Absolute autonomy. Father said this before he passed away. Please read.
What comes after absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience? It is absolute autonomy.
But Father finally didn't include this in our family pledge. For example, one crazy guy came and said, "Oh, God told me to kill that person." He could say that, right? So this is the ultimate level of education. So Father couldn't share in public, especially in the family pledge. If we didn't reach that level, many evil people misunderstand or, use this teaching. But actually, the divine principle already explained this clearly, what absolute autonomy means. And I really want to emphasize this point to you guys. You are young. You just don't follow. You have to follow your inner voice in the end, where you can find your God. Please read.
According to the principle of creation, we are created to attain perfection by fulfilling our given responsibility of our own free will without God's direct assistance. We are then to attain oneness with God and acquire true autonomy.
That sentence, please read again. We are.
We are then to attain oneness with God and acquire true autonomy. A person of perfect character understands the will of God and puts it into practice through his own insight and reason, without the need to rely on revelations from God.
Without need to rely on the revelation. You just follow your original mind. This is what I mean, absolute autonomy. Okay, in our life of faith, we are a part of organizations. And we follow the directions, working together. But at the same time, Father clearly says, once we are one with God, then we can acquire true autonomy, which is based in God Himself, true Heavenly Parent. Then we can truly enjoy direct dominion, second, third blessing, together with God. I would like to share one testimony of senior member who passed away already. She really felt what absolute autonomy means, being one with true parents. I found this testimony in the testimony book. She is one of the senior members. I think she passed away already. Please read.
In my heart, there is always the existence of humanity and the universe. Beyond my own peace and happiness, I feel an infinite realm that embraces the universe and allows me to shed tears for the sake of humanity. It expands infinitely, and I experience the world of the Lord's heart, where even those who persecute me can be forgiven with warm love.
If you just be obedient, try to be one, just follow the leaders, the directions, you cannot reach this. You have to find God within. Then you come to have such a peaceful mind, like true parents have. So individually, Jesus said, those who see me see the Father. And as a couple, Mother said, to meet true parent means to meet heavenly parent. We should be able to say the same. Please read words in yellow.
Those who see me see Heavenly Father, Mother.
As an individual. As a couple,
to meet my couple means to meet Heavenly Parent.
I said, yesterday, why we believe the relationship between Heavenly Parent and true parent. Simple. We want to be so as well. In my relationship with true parent and Heavenly Parent. Okay? I have a little more time, so I go continue, okay? It's a little bit difficult. No, this is clearly explaining the divine principle about the development of Western history. It was clan study, feudalistic society, and it became complicated. The society became complicated. So the divine principle see the nature of the society from religious and political perspective and economical perspective. A monarchic society, imperialism, democracy, socialism. And now, at the end of human history, ideal world is ideal of independence, mutual prosperity, universal shared value. And before it is realized, communism take over the world. And this will be the nature and the way and the form of the ideal world. This is roughly what the divine principle says. Okay? By the way, for your reference, when it says imperialism, doesn't connote any negative aspect, because in monarchic society with imperialism, Christianity spread to the whole world. Democracy is waiting for the Messiah, or only begotten daughter. Socialism is better than capitalism. Be nice to each other. The rich can help the poor. So this is just, it doesn't mean any negative thing. This is the development of society centering on Christianity. And this is how they explain when you give the divine principle lecture, when it comes to the development of history. But this is wrong. This is wrong. That's what I want to say. Why? Father said, communism is an economic philosophy. So if you carefully read this part of the divine principle, this only represents ideal world of economic field. Now, that's being said, when you see these words, you can feel something's lacking. Of course, nowadays, if you say this, no one opposes. Sounds nice. But are you 100% satisfied with this expression of the ideal world? You could say something is missing. What is that? By the way, divine principle means this way, but also divine principle gave expression about ideal world of religious and political aspect of ideal world. But many people, many members don't notice that. If we are looking for sovereignty over the people, like the United States, this is okay. But we are looking for the sovereignty over the people, what? No. Our ideal world should be, please read.
Sovereignty of heavenly parents is the coronation of true parents.
Not this one. Okay? This one. No, this is not my idea. This is exactly what the human history developed. See? And United Kingdom failed. So preparation again, and Jesus came. Why? As the king. So there had been no king, so that they could receive Jesus as the King of Kings. And Christian history, again, God established a kingdom, so that God could send the second coming of the Messiah as the King of Kings. But they failed and restored, and God prepared a democracy so that they can receive the returning Lord, the only begotten daughter, the King or Queen of Kings. And actually, if we observe true parent course, they name those stages like this. So we are not talking about democracy. We're not talking about sovereignty of the people. We are talking about the sovereignty of heavenly parents through true parents. What is Chonilguk? Chonilguk is the abbreviation of what? Don't say you don't know. What? What?
Kingdom of heaven on earth.
Two becoming one.
Nation word.
It's like Chun means heaven, and Kir
Oh, Chon means heaven, okay.
means one,
One,
and Guk means nation.
okay.
So heaven means one nation.
But actually, it's Chonilguk itself is the abbreviation of 1, 2, 3, 4 words. You didn't know that? Anyone know Chinese character? Okay, can you read?
Well, I only know it in Japanese, but
Okay, can you translate?
it's like,
You just translate each term. What is this?
that's heaven, oh, that's or heaven, the universe,
The cosmic.
cosmic, yeah. Peace, united,
Unification.
nation, kingdom.
Kingdom. So, So you say cosmic kingdom of unification and peace. Oh no, peace and unification. 천일국 means cosmic kingdom of peace and unification. So what we are trying to establish, kingdom. And the divine principle slightly explain this. Here, can you read?
The Messianic kingdom built on the principles of interdependence, mutual prosperity, and universally shared values.
On this economic foundation, we are supposed to build the Messianic kingdom. So, this is the right expression of the content of the divine principle. What does it mean? For example, let's go with this first. What does it mean? Simple. We are brothers and sisters. Black, white, yellow, no matter what kind of nation, culture we had, we, humankind, learned the hard way, killing each other, hurting each other, and then realized, couldn't practice yet, but we realized, we are the all same human beings. It took thousands of years, millions of years to understand this. But that's not enough. We need to become parent-centered brothers and sisters. So, in the meeting of UPF, Women's Federation, they always talk about this as the ideal world. This cannot be ideal world. Without parents, without the center, they continue to fight. That's why when we talk about ideal world, what we have to talk, heavenly parent, true parent, who established heavenly tradition and lineage. Without saying this, it doesn't work. Okay? We heard this terminology, king and kings and parent. Why we need to have these two terminology when it comes to Reverend and Mrs. Moon? Please think and discuss and share your ideas. Why we have two? Do we need?
Why are we kings and kings and parents?
King is dead and
I got this.
seems like it's far away. But really great. Parents, yeah, they were very responsible. They were both. And also,
Oh, yeah.
God is the king of God.
That's what you said. Your parents, we are just our Christ status.
Yeah, beautiful, right? Well, I understand. Any other thoughts?
Any ideas? Any ideas? Okay, go ahead.
Because in an ideal world, we need both a ruler, king of kings, and also we need parents.
Could you add some explanation why we need both?
Because we need someone to rule over. You said, as you said.
But a parent can rule too, right?
Yeah. But the king is in like the sense of like ruling over in terms of political or like,
Okay, yeah.
doing it, yeah. Then parents are more like taking care of things, like God's part.
Okay, how do you feel But yes, about true parents, you tend to think, oh, they are the king of kings for me, or they are my parents. Which one you feel more? Parents. Okay. Okay, that's good. That's a good expression. But any other ideas or similar ideas? Father explained this way. The more clear, right? Clearer. That's what I thought. For example, your parents or CEO of the company you're working for. At the working place, you have your protocol, right? But when you are home together, or dad, mom. So this means we need to have both concepts to attend to true parents. And you have to be sensitive which mode they are in, which mode. And Koreans are great in this sense. Why we need we need these two concepts? For example, you are the second. When I joined the church, oh, they are the Messiah. And then when you grow up, oh, they are my really parents. But even their parents, they are public figure. If you just think, oh, they are my parents, you tend to forget they are parents of your enemy too. Right? And then you leave the church. That happened to H3 and H4. By the way, mother said, 형제님 H3, H4, not H1, H2. Why? We have 효진님, 훈진님, H1, H2. Why mother want to emphasize that? They are neglecting their elder brothers. We are the one. They couldn't feel the existence in the spirit world. But anyhow, H3 or H4, what happened? They thought mother this way. They couldn't feel, and they couldn't realize she is also a public figure. So, for example, as the second gen, mother called, okay, those who are in Las Vegas, come to Korea. You will be loved. You must be happy. But then, don't forget, you are loved by a parent, but she did it as also a public figure. You have responsibility to share that. Don't think I want to be loved, but I want to be loved by true parents. That's also natural. But don't forget, if you are loved by true parents, you should share. That mother expects us to do that. So you need to have these two concepts about true parents. That's why they say 충효, loyalty and filial piety. Maybe relating to this concept, we have two photos. This is official photo, right? And then why we don't have this photo at Chonshimo? Okay, by the way, those who have true parent photo in your wallet. Okay. Then why you have photos? So that you can have more money? Those who have, also I always ask those who have true parent photo in their cars. Maybe 1/3 or half have. Why do you have their photos? What is the meaning? The photo has power to make money or to protect you from the car accident. Why you have photos? How does it work? Think, share with your group.
I think she believes in the specific.
Christians with the cross, Jesus, I'm saved.
Okay, before I ask your answer, let's read the Father's words. Okay, please read.
To have true parents is picture and hang the flag of FFWPU put you in the position of the Israelite who put the blood of lambs on the top and the sides of door frames.
Okay, so you can be saved, but more simply, he said this.
Those who have true parents' picture are considered our members. They don't have to know anything.
Just follow it, right? But anyhow, Father emphasized to have the follow 1991. Then, why? We better to have photos. Okay, anyone to share? Okay, go ahead.
As a reminder to be like true parents. Because like a wallet is something you carry around all the time, and a car is something you're in almost every day. So it's like.
Okay, so that reminds you to become like true parents. Okay? Anyone else? No one?
To think of them throughout the day. Kind of like how when Christians see like a picture of the cross, they think like, okay, I'm saved and I'm like loved by Jesus.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah, basically what he means is this. Please read.
If you love true parents, you carry their photos, right? You attend true parents by having their photos. When you attend true parents well by having the photos, that means you substantially attend and invite true parents. Then the heavenly fortune comes.
All right. So, what is the theme of this lecture now? We have three themes of true parent theory. The first one was relationship between, and the second one is the relationship. Again, what did you say? When you have photo, that reminds you of your relationship, with true parents. And that sensitivity, recognition will help you. Your relationship will protect you. Not the photo as a second gen. One time this happened. I was in Korea, and before establishment of Cheonpyeong, Hannam-dong was the meeting place for the leaders. Have you been there, Hannam-dong? Okay, in Seoul, right? Father's residence. One time, Korean leaders were called to come, and Father talked, hours and hours. And they came. They went there by car, and they started to nervous. Oh, I have to drive back to Busan 5 hours, 6 hours, right? And he was talking until 12, 1, 2. And then, I don't know what time he was finished. He said, now, you can go home. You won't have any accident. Why? I spoke to you what I needed to talk to you today. I explained everything. That means established a relationship completely. So don't worry, you don't have a car accident. That's the way Father thinks. So photo is just reminder of your relationship. Okay? That protects you from all kinds of things. So go back to this. Why this has been selected as the official photo? By the way, why mother chose photo with her glasses? Why not glasses? I mean, she didn't choose the photo without glasses. Looks better? You think so? Because you use glasses. What do you think? You don't think, you never thought of it? Maybe she looks better with glasses? That's the reason? Okay, well, you...
In a formal setting, like usually you take off your glasses.
Really?
I think, because like passport pictures, stuff like that.
But this is not a passport photo. Okay.
Parents in that picture, so it's like we feel more at home.
But anyhow, you need to be faithful, but don't forget, you always have to think by yourself. Think about everything. Otherwise, just being faithful, you cannot deepen your faith. Okay, about sunglasses, I have no answer. Okay, now, let's go back to the first question. Why father, mother didn't put this official photo to Chonshimon Prayer Hall? Think and share your thought.
I think
But it just like can be so bad.
You have the answer? Okay. Okay, you will read the last. Okay, please, anybody to share? Okay, from that group first. Who can speak? Okay, go ahead.
I can. This is what I think, but if we put the parents' picture in the Chunshim, it doesn't seem like as formal, because that's like the parents' picture, right? And in the Chunshim one, it's very sacred, right? So you need like the king, it's like more like vertical. So you need like more like the...
Yeah, basically that's the way, I think, explain it. But let's listen to others. Yeah, no, that's okay, okay. Good. Yeah, good explanation. Yeah, good. Okay.
I think it's kind of similar, it's like the parents' picture is like more, it feels more comfortable because it's like more something you have at home. It's just like more familiar. And then for the Chuncheon pictures, that these people are for everyone, not just for personal family kind of thing. So
okay. Yeah. I understand. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, we just said, that one represents more like parents for them. Is Church one represents like parents of heaven and earth.
Okay. But basically they were saying the same thing, right? Go ahead.
The Chuncheon one is public, so that's why you...
Okay, public. Okay. All right. So practically speaking, I know many of, if not all, have this experience. What is the difference between beside clothing? You know, they have three more photos, 효진님, 훈진님, 대모님, right? What is the difference? Those 5 photos and this photo, 5, yeah. What is the difference? What is the difference?
They're facing forward. That one, they'll turn a little bit.
No, there's one distinguished difference.
It's like 3 generations.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's the thing. But yeah.
Painting.
I'm not holding hands.
See, you never thought about this, right? So you have to think all the time. Oh no, I don't have to even mention those 3 photos. Just these 2. What is the difference?
They're not holding hands.
Huh? They're not what? Oh, who said that? They're not smiling. Okay, this photo is close to human beings, close to our parents. This is public. Now, look, if you're really serious on some topics in prayers, can you pray in this photo? Smiling. You know, actually, many Faust-Gen, at least because I gave lectures to many Faust-Gens, they have this experience. And I'm going to share my experience. Before, I started this lecture last February. Back then, Reverend Dunkley didn't share about True Mother's new revelation yet. So I couldn't fully share. But I revealed what Mother said about father, about their marriage. And one participant after the lecture came to me saying, I don't want to listen to that kind of gossip. And really criticized the content. I thought maybe it was too early, my expression was not correct. But I went to the Chonshimon and prayed, seriously prayed. And look at the photo, Mother was smiling. So I was going, oh, that's okay. I continued the same. He was the only one. So, this is like an invisible creator, neutral. They appear to you with their facial expression to your prayers. Okay? They could be sad, they could be happy. They are really invisible creator. Mother cannot use this photo. This is for your wallet, your car, living together as parents, happy parents. But if you are really serious in prayers, in official setting, they must have this. We must have this photo. So, this is my conclusion of the relations between true parent and I. And after dinner, you can play volleyball, don't play too much. Because you get sleepy. My last 2 lectures. So my last 2 lectures is about the relations between my true parent words and I. So before I finish, I want to mention one point. Mother always talk about the relationship between heavenly parent, true parent, and also relationship between true parent and I. But she never talked about, talked about the relationship between true parent, words and I. Because that's even not a common sense for mother. So she doesn't mention that. But for us, we need to know that. So I'm going to explain that this afternoon. I have 10 minutes before lunch. Any questions? You can verbally, you can ask me now.
Are we allowed to ask questions that aren't related to the lecture, kind of?
No, regarding the lectures. Yeah, go ahead.
What did you, from Anonymous. What did your father mean in his last prayer when he said, everything has been accomplished, offer everything to heaven, everything has been brought to its consummation, completion, and conclusion? That's
been said by father, right? So in mother's eyes could be different. That's your question, right? No?
No, it's anonymous, I don't know.
Okay, so in father, I cannot tell. But I would, at least I would say, in mother's eyes, no, yeah. Because it's a fact she started to reveal new truth and still continue the providence. But one thing I would say, what Jesus said when he passed away? That's the hint. Okay, that's an important hint. Okay.
With this question, which I didn't write, I don't know. Isn't your father talking about completing like the providence of restoration? That's why he's saying.
A father said.
Or like that's what he's talking about when he's saying it, like it's brought to completion.
Yeah, father said many times, it's done, it's done, it's done. So, in what sense? For example, we don't have a real nation yet, but mother proclaimed Chonilgo back in 2013, right? So, in what level you are saying? So, what kind of circumstance he said, we don't know, but we need to understand what kind of context he said that.
There's another one from.
Regarding with my lectures, please. Okay?
Yeah. Why was Heavenly Parent proclaimed after Father died? Why not when two parents were conceived?
Yeah, okay. So, second question was what?
Why was Heavenly Parent proclaimed after Father died?
I understand it, okay.
Why not when two parents were conceived?
What does it mean?
Okay, I asked that question.
Second one.
Yeah, so Heavenly Parent, or our Creator is only Heavenly Parent. I'm sorry. Our Creator is only Heavenly Parent once there are
true human, yeah.
To reflect the internal and internal. So once there became a true parents, why wasn't our Heavenly Father called Heavenly Parent then?
The Holy Wedding?
Yeah. Like after the Holy Wedding, when true parents became true parents.
Why they didn't call?
Yeah, why didn't they call Heavenly Parent then?
Father officially, Father mentioned Heavenly Parent a couple of times, even one, Divine Prince mentioned once. And in 2010, God's Day, in his prayer, he started, Dear Heavenly Parent, officially. Now, back to your questions. Father was not clear like mother, I would say. And father had male-centered true parentship, understanding. And as we read in the Divine Principle, it was clearly said, masculine subject partner is God. So in that sense, I think father didn't have a clear idea about Heavenly Parent because he didn't recognize mother's unbegotten daughter. Meanwhile, mother recognized who she is and who father is, so together, Heavenly Parent. But he lacked kind of understanding about true mother. That's why he couldn't reach the conclusion saying, oh, we are the embodiment of Heavenly Parent. Okay? But your first question, why mother didn't tell? Please pray. I asked this question, why Jesus didn't tell father to look for the only begotten daughter? You discussed, right? And you reached kind of a similar answers with all groups. Please pray and put yourself in the shoes of mother. Father himself said he is one of the candidates. And in her life course of a true mother, Father came to appear, came to be involved. And it was her choice. She is super practical. So if you don't think seriously and put yourself in the mother's shoes, you have a lot of questions. But if you pray in place of mother, you understand many things. So Reverend Chon always said, don't ask, pray first. And this question I can answer, on my own, but I'd rather say pray. Okay?
Okay. That's a good answer.
Right.
Second gen don't have original sin, but they still have fallen natures. Do second gen have to go through a course similar to first gen?
Okay, similar course, what does it mean? I don't know, but main point is to be one with true parent. I'm not saying you have to go fundraising, you have to do witnessing, you have to do hundoke every day, you have to become full-time member. No, that's pointless. Main point is to be one with true parent in daily life. But if you want to do fundraising and witnessing every day, go ahead, no problem. Yeah, I know. But so the main point is to be one with true parent through any kinds of activities. Okay? Okay. Oh.
I remembered something from yesterday. I forget the answer is when you're talking about a true mother, like a mother of peace, she's always able to go back to having a peaceful heart. I remember one thing, example is when Hong Jin died, two parents were
It was
sad.
peaceful, calm and peaceful, but our hearts were broken. Yeah.
I guess, can you explain, what does it mean that they're at peace? In this way.
Why she is peaceful? She said exactly, Father and our hearts are calm and peaceful, but we are calm and peaceful, but our hearts are broken. Please pray. Yes. Because you're talking about heart of true mother, right? So you need to feel that. If I explain linguistically, it doesn't make sense. You have to feel it. So I have to pray. Okay.
I just had a clarification on the original nature of
Creation.
Yeah, like the creativity, subjectivity, those.
Okay, 16, 4 by 4, right? Absolute unique.
Or I don't understand how that allows, or that's the main thing that allows us to resemble God, or that part was confusing to me.
Okay, so what else do you want to have?
Or because then that's or to me that's very neutral. That could be used for good and evil. So then what differentiates? I could use my creativity for evil, but then would that still be resembling God?
No. But okay, I don't have that. Absolute unique, what? Absolute unique, eternal, unchanging. This is internal nature, right? And we are all like that already. But that's still immature. Through becoming creative, subjective, and relational, integrational with any object, we are becoming like God. And what is love? What is love is, I said, be creative, subjective, relational, integrational with the object, absolutely, uniquely, unchangingly, eternally. That is love. So if you become creative on bad things, I don't think it has no relation with the original nature of creation, centering on God. I don't know what problem you have. What problem you have with this definition?
Or what is so unselfishness is like the difference between what I'm resembling God or I'm resembling using.
So maybe last night you were asking the same question, maybe, right?
Yeah. Or so.
Okay, anyone can paraphrase what she said? Explain what she wanted to ask?
What differentiates good and evil?
I guess, or because those characteristics seem very neutral. So then, like.
Neutral.
Applies to
Yeah,
both.
like creativity, subjectivity, like they can be.
Okay, but creativity, you're talking about external attribute. But be focused on internal attribute, which are four: absolute, unique, unchanging, eternal. That cannot be evil. For example, I said, what is absolute in us? You can deceive other people, but you can't. Yourself. That means already you are. No, at least you are not. Even we are not perfect. God is within you already, centering on your consciousness. Yeah. So, creativity, subjectivity, relation, and unity could be used for evil purpose, but those are all external attribute. You need to start with internal attribute. That should be God-centered.
That makes sense. Thank you.
Okay, you must be hungry. It's 12:30. One more. Okay.
There's one more.
We believe when Jesus was resurrected, he came back as a spirit and not physically like Christians believe. Why does Jesus say he isn't a spirit in Luke 24, verse 39? Behold my hands and my feet, that is, I myself, handle me and see. For a spirit hath not flesh and bones as ye see me have.
So that's your question?
No.
So can you simplify your question?
No. Oh, that's me. Because you know how we believe when Jesus resurrected, he was a spirit, right? So we got spiritual salvation. But in the verse, Jesus says that he's not a spirit. So when after he got resurrected, he said that verse, and he says that he's not a spirit to prove to the people that he's real.
He's real. Okay.
So doesn't that kind of contradict with how? Because we believe he was a spirit when he resurrected, and he's saying that he's not a spirit.
In the Bible.
Yeah.
He's not. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Okay.
Put yourself in Jesus' shoes.
Can you offer prayer? You did? You offer prayer?
I can pray again.
Okay, please. Okay, please join her in prayer.
Join me in prayer. Our dearest, most beloved Heavenly Parent, true parents, absolute spirits, ancestors, and the good, only begotten Son and brother Jesus. We just received our first two lectures of our last full day here, further understanding our relationship as your children, but through true parents and their great accomplishment of being owners of lineage, Heavenly Parent, true parents. It is my hope, and I'm sure it's many of our hopes, that we are able to understand intellectually while being in this education center here, but also in the next room over in the Chunchiwon, where we see your face that is ready to share whatever expression you want to share with us, and whatever answers that you want to spread to us, Heavenly Parents. I guess, of course, it's great to get intellectual stimulation and go into the Chunchiwon and really feel and try and strive to feel your heart dwell within us. We also have to substantialize and stay on earth and have lunch as well. So thank you so much for speaking through Reverend Kambashi, through his wisdom and his ability to try and convey your word and others' words. And we look forward to seeing that later today, in the late afternoon, evening. So with that, thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much for your grace, and thank you so much for being our Heavenly Parent and true parents. So I pray this in my name with a heart of sincerity, gratitude, and humility. In my name, Gio Morimoto, second generation blessed child, Julie.
Ju. Okay, thank you very much.